This next section is 9.2, transformations of quadratic functions. So you've already learned about transformations, about linear functions. We're just going to talk about quads now. So the only difference is it has a little squared on it. It has to because it's a quadratic. So the function looks like this. F of x equals a parentheses x minus h plus k. Okay? Now, there are two types with the negatives. The first time, if a has a negative on the inside of the parentheses, it's really just not negative, it's really just if the number negative is on the inside of the parentheses. And then if the number is on the outside of the parentheses, so if I put the parentheses here, okay, or there is no parentheses, okay. Now, if the negative's on the inside, first the graph will still be facing up, and that's because it is going to reflect over the y-axis. And with a quadratic, if it reflects over the y-axis, if you flip it this way, it still looks exactly the same. Now, if the negative's on the outside, it's going to end up facing down in the picture. Okay, there's I didn't notice you couldn't see it. Okay, which means it's going to reflect over the x-axis. Okay, as if you don't remember this, transformations outside of the parentheses versus inside of the parentheses are all the same. So everything that's on the outside, so nothing, everything that's either multiplied or added or anything on the outside is all happening up and down or vertically. So you can always think of that first. Outside means on my outside, I can see how tall I am. I can see how high I can reach. On the outside is up and down. On the inside is left to right or horizontally. That works with all of this. Okay, more outside, so we're going to go down we're going to go over here to the right. Can you see this? Okay, I scoot over, so I have to scoot this. So plus k and minus k, so k's on the end, okay? It's on the outside. So if you plus k, you're going to go up k amount. That means up. If you minus whatever k is, you're going to go down that amount, okay? Again, it's on the outside. If you have a number and you multiply it and it's greater than 1 outside, so vertically, and then greater than 1 means stretching. If you're multiplying it, again, a is still on the outside, but the number is between 0 and 1, so it's a fraction. But again, you have to pay attention to fractions, right? Because sometimes they'll try to trick you and give you a fraction like 5/3, which technically is greater than 1, so you have to pay attention. As long as that fraction is between 0 and 1, and it's vertically compressing. So that's compressing because it's less than 1. Now, last thing to also think about, the negative and the a do not go together. The number, when you look at multiplication, the number is always positive. So you're not thinking greater than 1 or between 0 and 1. You're never thinking greater than 1 because it's positive. You're thinking, is the number greater than 1 because it's greater than 1, not because it's not negative, okay? So the negatives have nothing to do with stretching or compressing. The negatives have something to do with reflecting. They're two different operations, okay? That's all the outside. That's all vertically. Horizontally, for adding and subtracting, if it says x minus h, these are backwards. You're going to go to the right h amount. Okay, so that's backwards. So you think you're scooting to the right h. If it says x plus h, and again, the squared would be right there, then that is to the left, whatever h is. Then a again. If a is on the inside of the parentheses and it's greater than 1, it's the opposite of vertically. So if it's greater than 1, it's compressing horizontally. And if it's between 0 and 1, then it's stretching horizontally. If not, remember I told you before, you can always think of slope. It's going up and over, but I would just memorize it vertically and then think horizontally is opposite. Okay, so here is a large group of different examples of equations. Every single one of them has 1 to 4 transformations. The max you can have is 4 because there's 4 different types. Because we have reflecting, translating up and down, and then left and right, and then you have dilating, which is the horizontally, vertically. You usually never have horizontally and vertically at the same time. Okay, so number 1, this one is just up 7 because that 7 is on the outside, no parentheses. 2, down 7, I'm sorry. 2 is up 5. 3 is right 2. 4 is left 1. 5 has 2 transformations. It is left 2 and up 3. Remember, look at them, you can pause it and just listen, so then you see if you get it right with me, okay? 6 is vertically compressing. 7 is horizontally stretching. 8 is right 2, reflecting over the x-axis and vertically compressing. 9 is over here. 9 is right 3. 10 is in the wrong order, but it is down 5. 11 is up 1. 12 is left 2. 13 is up 4 and right 4. 14 is horizontally compressing. 15 is vertically stretching. 16 is reflecting over the y-axis, horizontally compressing, and down 5. That is a -5 if you can't see that really well. 17 is reflecting over the x-axis, horizontally compressing, right 4. 18, we have reflecting over the y-axis, horizontally stretching, left 6, down 2. 19, vertically stretching, left 5, down 6. 20, vertically stretching, because that's a 5/3, reflecting over the y-axis, right 4, up 5. Practice them, look at them, check the book for your answers. You could use this. Again, you're allowed to make a note card for chapter 9 as you move these, and I would do one like for your, you can always have one with calculator information for sure. It's like basically being able to use your notes in your test, and you can do that. It's fine. Just make sure you do that, and then this is stuff you can put on your note card.